Welcome back to the Loveland Report and Lone Ranger Show. I'm Cleve Loveland, Central Florida's voice of real estate, alongside Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger. Going to do a couple listings really quickly, and
Let's hear about
this is the price point, Bruce. All of these homes, I think 3 years from now, will probably be at least 10-15% more expensive. I've got Lakefront in Deltona for $345,000, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, with a pool on a big lake.
Now, a skiable lake.
No, it's not skiable, but it is big. It would be big enough, but I think the zoning around here doesn't let you. Great fishing. So huge lake, 2,000 square feet on, let's see, I don't have the lake's name, but right off Faison Circle in Deltona. The house is getting a new roof and just been freshened up.
$345 for a lakefront 4-bedroom, 3-bath home,
and plus a 4-bed
with a pool,
double masters. And so anyway, I've got one in Hawks Nest.
Be a good
this is Metro West, $585,000. It has wood floors throughout the entire first floor, masters on the first floor, and 20-foot ceilings in the living areas. Living areas and the master view the pool. You're backed up to conservation. East Orlando, I've got a house on 1 acre. 2,000 square feet. House was built in 2022. $398,000, 1 acre, no HOA. You can actually have horses in this neighborhood too. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, split plan plus a media room. I've got one in Solavita. I've got $275,000. Now, this Solavita, this market, Bruce, is a buyer's market. There's 100 homes for sale. Under $280,000.
So all you retired folks out there need to hear that. You have an opportunity.
Yep. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, plus a den, plus a Florida room, 1,700 square feet at $275,000. Now, what I did was when I did my market analysis, all the other houses around here at $275,000 are about 1,400 square feet. We're 1,700 square feet on conservation. Call me, take a look at that. I've got one manufactured home right outside of Longwood, right off 1792, like less than a quarter mile off 1792. Great location, right by the old Flea World. $268,000 for 1,300 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, fresh laminate flooring or luxury vinyl throughout the inside. No HOA, a 1/4 acre lot. Got a workshop. I've got one in Royal Harbor, Howie in the Hills, $267,000, 1,600 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, wood floors, fresh carpet, fresh paint. They take, you got a guard gated community there with a clubhouse on the Harris Chain of Lakes. And I've got 2 1-bedroom condos, one for $149,000, one for $159,000, 650 square feet, and one of them 700 square feet. Both of them fresh floors, fresh paint, all redone. $149,000 and $159,000. So give me a call. And one of those has dues that are only $228 a month for a condo.
That's beautiful.
That's a great.
That's a cheap condo due.
Both communities are gated. So call me if you want to take a look at those, or have your realtor call me for showing instructions. 407-352-8118.
That's for the Loveland team. So you can reach Cleve anytime. Call them now. Call or text that number. Right? You can text that number as well, right?
Nope.
Is that that's not a textable number?
Nope.
You have to call it. You have to use the old-fashioned method.
You will get a live person.
A live person.
Live person. All right, Bruce, I want to ask you, have you seen your builders lowering prices?
No. I have not seen.
They're helping with closing costs. One thing, the big news over the weekend was, oh my God, there's going to be tariffs. Mexico and Canada. Well, guess what comes from Canada? Lumber. Guess what lumber
and
does?
Oil.
And builds and
potash.
Yeah, and builds, but for new home construction,
right?
You think it's going to drive prices up in new construction? I think inflation is just going to keep driving prices up.
I don't think they'll end up being a tariff at the end of the day. I think it's a threat to get the things that we want to get, and that's how it's going to end up.
But my point is, if you're thinking about new construction, go get it. It's not getting cheaper, and that pulls up resale prices too. That's what's important on that.
Well, even if without tariffs, you're going to see prices of things continue to increase. They don't decrease over years. So you can expect that things will get more expensive. You can't expect that housing prices are going to drop when we have more of a demand for people that want to buy them than we do to sell them. So you've got a high demand, and now is an opportunity. Right now, you told me we went from 5 months worth of inventory down to 4 months worth of inventory
just from a post-election bump. Nothing other than just some optimism.
That does, that's a buying signal. And I don't think the average person really even understands that. They're like, oh, I'm just going to wait for rates. They're just looking at rates. I'm going to tell you something. When a buying signal hits you, you buy at the buying signal. Don't try to time the market, but you see it. It's plain and clear. There's inventory on the market. Sellers are willing to make deals. And I'm already seeing some multiple offer situations. Matter of fact,
we just had one. Yep.
Nanette we were working on a deal the other day, and our client lost the deal at a full price offer.
And they bid over ask price and got beat. But this is what's important, that those buyers knew it was right, because we showed them what's out there at their price point. They saw the good, the bad, and the ugly. They knew that, hey, we better offer over list price on this.
Yes.
And you got to have an agent that educates you on what you're looking for, what's in your price point, and why certain neighborhoods cost more than others. Is that because it's newer? Is that because that builder's still down the street? That's what's important about understanding that.
Hey,
when
I
you
can't
make an
do
offer.
that for you.
So, but a good agent will show you that. And that's what we do. I got 4 sellers, and you talk about optimism in the market, Bruce. I listed some properties this month, or in January. I had 4 sellers all saying, well, we want to go look before we're on the market, because I'm going to get them sold.
Right.
It might take 3 weeks instead of 2 or 1, but I'm going to get them sold. They wanted to know, where are we going? So I gave them the numbers on about what you'll walk away with from the home sale.
Yes.
They talk to you. They know what they can go out and shop for. So they're out there getting their feet wet, and they can't find their dream home because it might not be there when they sell. But okay, there's some things out there we can look at.
Yes.
So, and most of them are very pleasantly surprised. There is a lot to look at. So, but you got to be in the race. You got to have the plan together. Give me a call.
Got to have a game plan.
I'll come see you. We'll go over the 50-point staging checklist. We'll go through everything you need to do, what to expect getting ready. I just went to one listing, and it literally, the yard looked like the house was abandoned. Like we literally saw a family of raccoons walking through, and the bear that just tore up the garage was just exiting the property. So it's like, you gotta have your best foot forward, because what buyers think, especially if it's their first home, they think cleaning up some landscaping cost $100,000 when it might cost 2.
And some people have the opposite.
And they don't want to do it.
They look at it, they go, I want to fix her upper, and they barely scraping the money to put down their down payment. And then they think that they can do all the fixer uppers themselves, and then they realize what it costs. So be careful on that.
You know how many handyman specials I see out there?
Oh my gosh.
I hardly see any, Bruce.
I've never rehabbed a home that I actually met budget on.
That too.
I've never
get it done in time.
I'm pretty good at it.
I've met people with half-finished projects, and they've been in the home for 10 years. Oh, we thought we were going to do it all at once. We didn't.
Yeah,
we've done it piece by piece.
Time to time.
And what happens is they renovated the bathroom 15 years ago, and now it's out of date again. Yeah. So for the right plan and finding the right home, we've got 6%, high 6% interest rates, maybe mid 6s. If people are looking, both mom and dad are usually working. Both breadwinners in the family are usually working.
See that
they don't have time. That's what people always say. Well, I don't want to paint the inside of the house and make it look fresh.
We're both working.
Like, they don't have time to do that. People are like, well, maybe an investor will come along and buy this. Well, the investor wants to offer you half what you want.
Yes.
So it's
pennies on the dollar.
But call me. I'll help you negotiate the best price. I'll help you see what's realistic on your plan. Now might not be the right time. Maybe 6 months from now.
Maybe, but that's why people hire you, Cleve, because you give them this straight answer. That's why they come to me, because they know I'm going to guide them. I've got a meeting this afternoon with a client that's bringing her son in, that's in his 30s, and he's never bought a home. And she's like, I got to get him in front of you, Bruce. So after the show, I'm meeting with a client this afternoon to go over and see if we can get this guy going in the right direction. If you've got children or grandchildren that are adults that are renting right now or living with you, or somebody that may be having a child, expanding their home, got a new raise, got a new job. These are the people that Cleve and I can help. And our listeners are very loyal to us out there. We've met so many wonderful listeners. You know who you are. You're listening out there. You really have to look at, can you help other people become homeowners? Yes, because you have Cleve and I right here to help you. So why don't you just pick up the phone and help somebody that become a homeowner? It's not that hard to do. 407-250-9144 is for the Lone Ranger. That's 407-250-9144, or webringyouhome.com. By the way, you can watch Cleve and I on YouTube channel at Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all of the social media. We're on it. You can find us, follow us. Cleve and I are here to help you. Other real estate agents, follow Cleve. He can show you how to do it the right way. Are you looking for new help on your team?
I could use, if you're a hardworking realtor and you're not quite getting the training or the help you need, or you're starting your career in real estate, call me. I could help you.
And I'm looking for loan officers. I'm looking to expand branches right now. If you're a loan officer and you work somewhere and you want to explore the best company in the entire industry, I know they all say that, but believe me, the loan arranger is not going to work somewhere that's not the best company.
Yep.
I've got the best business. I've got a great territory. I can help you grow in this industry. If you have experience as a loan officer or a loan processor or a loan officer assistant, call me at 407-250-9144. So here's some other things we got going on. I'm seeing a lot of people that are still struggling to come up with their down payment, right?
Yep.
So we have 0 down payment loans like USDA,
Yep.
no money down, VA, no money down. FHA is 3.5% down, but I've got a second mortgage backup to pick up the 3.5%.
That is
So
very
you can
cool.
get in for no money out of pocket. We'll negotiate some closing costs from the seller. You can get into a home in many cases for probably less money than you can rent an apartment.
And right now, I think people are going to be dating that mortgage for a year or two.
Of course they are. Nobody's going to keep
And
the
then they're going to
mortgages we have.
refi when rates dip into the low fives. Hopefully we got low fives in the next 24 months.
I'm hoping.
But but the prices are going up faster than your rent money is going down the drain.
Rent money, I don't care if your rent is less than your mortgage payment. It's none of it is going anywhere.
Yeah.
You talk about my son and your son. We both have sons named Chase. My son bought at 23 years old. He's now 26. He's got 180 grand in equity in the house, and he put 3% down. He's got 180,000 in equity. I looked at the house the other day. It's incredible. How does a 26-year-old get that much money? Buying real estate.
Make the most
real estate.
What's the 2 industries that make the most millionaires in the auto industry and real estate? I say real estate.
I don't want to sell cars.
I don't either. So, but Bruce, sales are down around the country, about 5% pending sales. I don't have Central Florida's numbers yet, but just after the election, our sales were up.
So it's interesting how sales were down, but prices were up.
Yeah, the number of sales. And what's happening?
The number of sales were down. You would think that with the lower demand, you would see prices drop, but they're not dropping at all.
Yeah, it's just Central Florida. I think, there's always things that happen. We got the 5 Ds. What is it? Diamonds, diapers,
downsizing, divorce,
which might come before, and then death.
So
all those things there, that still happens on a regular basis. And so when those things are happening, but I think Central Florida, we have an attraction, and I wish there was a way for me to track the stats. I ask all my clients, where all my contracts I get, I ask the buyer's agents where the the buyers came from.
Yes.
And I watch that, and I see about 15 to 20% come from other parts of Florida, or I'll see the contract on the house they're selling in Jacksonville or in Tampa. And it's funny because they're selling so much less.
A lot of folks want to get out of that South Florida area. I mean, I got a couple of people from the Miami area coming up this way now.
And it's getting very expensive to live. And we are central, and it's just, and plus hurricanes. I saw my first one last week. Somebody moving out of the southwest side of Florida didn't lose their home in the hurricane, but had some damage. And they just said, well, we're done. We're going to get closer. We're going to get inland. We love Florida, but we're getting inland. Yeah. So all these nice things about Central Florida helps keep our market going. So 407-352-8118 and Cleve Loveland, I can help you develop your real estate plan. Just give me a call or go to cleveloveland.com.
Yeah, or call the loan arranger, Cross Country Mortgage, Bruce Woodburn, 35 years in the industry, right here in your backyard, 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144, or webringyouhome.com. So listen, we only got another minute, but when we get back, I want to talk about some specialty products that help buyers right now, and how we can help sellers get the most for their property, but still attract buyers and make it a win-win. Listen, you got to make it a win-win. So if you want to sell your home and you want to know what buyers are looking for right now and what is going to solidify that buyer to want to buy your home, you will not want to change channels. So Cleve and I will be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Show. Cleve can be reached right now at 407-352-8118. That's 407-352-8118, or cleveloveland.com, or you can reach the Lone Ranger, Bruce Woodburn, at Cross Country Mortgage at 407-250-9144. And if you've want to get into one of our classes, we'll talk about that when we get back from the next breaks. Don't go anywhere.